So now, there's a joy called smoking drugs. Now, drugs come in different forms. Sometimes it's marijuana, sometimes it's crack, sometimes it's cocaine, ecstasy, acid, mushrooms, a lot of stuff. I had a lot of friends that were drug dealers and drug addicts. And I actually had a few employees that I paid for their rehab. Baruch Hashem, I never did drugs in my life because I like my brain. But that doesn't mean I don't know anything about them. Now, all of these drugs, Rabotai, all of these drugs are 100% forbidden. Why are they forbidden? Why are they forbidden? Because, I know you have the answer, because you saw the shiur about drugs. Rav Moshe Feinstein, alav shalom, says, Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid. You have an obligation in the Torah. One of the commandments is that you have to think that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is next to you at all times. The King of Kings, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is next to you at all times, which means you have to be ready to meet Him at all times. At all times. No exceptions. A person that intentionally changes their mental status from normal to abnormal because of the use of elective drugs, whether it be pills or it be marijuana or the other drugs that I mentioned, Rav Moshe Feinstein says, according to the Torah, he's supposed to get a death penalty on the spot because he's judged as a ben sorer umoreh. That's what he's judged as. A wayward child that gets a death penalty. Smoking marijuana one time, ecstasy one time, it's all the same. In Shemaim, there's no like the government, marijuana, only a year probation. Cocaine, no, that's 2 years in jail. Crack, we're just going to leave you there. We're going to leave you in jail forever. No, my friends. In Shemaim, all drugs are the same, if they're elective. Now, what about if you're taking for medicinal reasons, which means really only one of those drugs you can take for medicinal reasons, or two, let's say painkillers and marijuana. Now, if there is a drug that's available to handle your pain, let's say if a person has cancer, bar minan, or all types of problems with their bones or so on, and they need something for pain. If there is a pain management system that does not alter your mind, you're obligated to take that one. But if that one doesn't work for you, simply it doesn't work, your body doesn't react to it, then you are allowed to try the other ones like marijuana and the pills and so on. But if there is one that is that doesn't alter your mind, you're obligated to use that one. Now, the reality is, in places like California where they made marijuana a mitzvah, over there, people say everybody's sick. Everybody's sick. Everybody is sick. Everybody has a card. Everybody has a sick card. 25 years old sick. 35 years old sick. Everybody's sick. Everybody's sick to get the drugs because they want to make this mitzvah. There's such tzaddikim over there. So now, if you really are sick but you're still religious, HaKadosh Baruch Hu made it a way for you. How? CBD. CBD doesn't get you high. If you need the chemicals that come from the plant to help your pain, you can still get the chemicals without altering your state of mind, which means you could take CBD in different ways, through cake, cookies, toothpaste, a million different ways that you could have it without getting high. Which means, if you're still getting high, it has nothing to do with pain, Baba. It has nothing to do with pain, it has nothing to do with any mitzvah, it's your rasha, your merusha, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to punish you. He's going to punish you for it. Why? Because you didn't believe that he was next to you. You didn't believe he was next to you. You didn't do Shiviti Hashem Lenegdi Tamid. You thought Hashem created the world, but he's in Jamaica. He's on vacation. Maybe smoking hashish with you. You thought Hashem is like you. And that's why Kadosh Baruch Hu says, you thought I was like you. Now you're going to see I'm not like you. Pasuk in the Torah. You thought I was like you, I'm not like you. That's why, Rabotai, you want to be a Jew, a kosher one, all those drugs, you have to get them out of your system. Why? Every single time you inhale marijuana, you take a pill, you do any of that stuff, you're altering your mind. You, my friend, are making a sin from the Torah, not from the rabbis, from the Torah. It's like eating pig. Yeah, but I like it. Okay, so you'll like Genom too. What can I tell? I'm just telling you what's allowed, what's not allowed. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. Do what you want. It doesn't change my life. It changes your life. But I can tell you for sure that there are major, major problems with people that consume drugs. And one of the major problems is the fact that they simply get used to a life that's not reality, where normal life becomes insufficient for them. They enjoy being high so much that not being high is no longer tolerable for them. And it requires for them to adjust their life, because all of the fun that they remember is when they were high. So now if you tell them, listen, come to shiur, it'll be fun. They're like, what? The rabbi smokes on stage? No. Oh, he takes pills? He's a good rabbi, this guy. No pills. Why? Does lines while he's giving a shiur Torah? No, there's no drugs, chamo. There's no drugs. Shiur Torah, your neshama will be elevated from the shiur Torah. The guy's like, I'm going to have fun like that, just listening to shiur Torah for 2 hours? How could that be fun? He doesn't understand. He cannot connect fun and Torah. Why? Because all the fun he's gotten himself used to has come in the form of drugs. Same thing will come from marriage. The person is going to get married one day, and his wife says, honey, let's go have fun on a vacation. Let's go have fun on vacation. So he thinks that when he's packing, he's supposed to be packing his drugs too, because that's the fun. So when he gets arrested at the airport and goes to jail for 10 years and he can't see his kids anymore, it's like, wow, I was just having fun. Okay, you have fun, no problem. Have fun with Steve and Jose in cell number 8. So everybody knows drugs are not good. You don't have to be a genius. No drug addict in the world will ever tell you, I made the right decision by starting to smoke pot. No drug addict in the world will ever tell you that he thought he was going to become a drug addict. No drug addict ever thought for a second that it's possible for him to become a drug addict. But guess what? They all did. And they all started just like the average person. Smoking a cigarette, a little pipe, a little weed, a little this, a little that. Before you know it, they're going like this every day. Junkies. Complete junkies. And they cannot live without it. They cannot live without it. And they have to go through rehab and kill themselves and almost die in order to hopefully, maybe, one day have a regular life. And even then it's almost impossible because of how much damage these drugs do on your brain. So that's the key. If you want to ruin your life, do drugs. You want Genom in this world? Enjoy drugs too. You want Gan Eden? Understand that you do not need drugs, and it's also a sin to do them. All forms of drugs. Whether it's marijuana or it's pills, or even if it's a legal drug. Like whether the government makes it legal or not doesn't make it allowed. Just so you guys understand. The government's rules are completely irrelevant to the Torah. Completely irrelevant. If the government's rules agree with the Torah, good. If the government's rules contradict the Torah, we're not allowed to listen to the government's rules. You're not allowed to violate the Torah for the sake of government. Like if the government said you're allowed to kill once a year, you're still not allowed to kill. Why? Torah says you're not allowed to kill. So even if the government says you're allowed to smoke drugs and inhale them and eat them and whatever you want, put them in your eyes for all I care. They tell you to do that, you're still forbidden. Why? It alters your state of mind and it puts you in a status of someone that deserves a death penalty. Hashem doesn't want to kill his kids. Why are you putting him in that position?